Hello there. My name's Ryan Morrow. I work as the referral and triage manager here at You Lincolnshire. And I'm just going to give you a presentation and a bit of an overview of the You Lincolnshire service and what we have to offer. So first of all, you may not have heard of the You Lincolnshire service. And just a really brief overview that we are integrated lifestyle service, and that essentially means that we offer quite a few different health and wellbeing programs or pathways, as we like to call them, for people who may be eligible for the different services that we are going to speak about in these slides. The service is there for people who live in Lincolnshire. Alternatively, they may work or study in Lincolnshire, or they may live outside of Lincolnshire but be registered with a GP in Lincolnshire. So people can access the service if they fit that remit, and also some of the eligibility criteria for the different pathways, which I'm going to talk about in a few more slides' time. Again, just to reiterate, it's completely free for people, so they don't have to pay anything in order to be able to access our service. These on the screen at the moment in time are our main pathways, which we offer as part of the package here at You Lincolnshire. So I'll talk about them in a little bit more detail, but just to give you an overview, we have a Be Smoke-Free pathway, a Move More pathway, an Eat Well and Lose Weight pathway, a Drink Less pathway, and also a Strength and Balance pathway. So first of all, our Be Smoke-Free pathway. This service is for people that are smoking tobacco, and it's for people who are aged 12 or above. And what this includes is weekly support for people on a one-to-one basis to help them quit smoking through face-to-face or telephone call clinics, depending on what people prefer. And during this pathway, people get what we call nicotine replacement therapy. And how that works is when people come through to us, we'll set a quit date along with the service user. The people who set the quit date are our smoking practitioners, so they'll set the quit date with the clients, and on the quit date they'll choose what nicotine replacement therapy they would like sending out to them. So nicotine replacement therapy comes in the likes of patches, e-cigarettes, or lozenges, or gums. And the idea is throughout the 12 weeks, the dosage of nicotine replacement therapy that people are given, it reduces down gradually to a point at the end of the 12 weeks where people are no longer taking nicotine replacement therapy and they're no longer smoking tobacco. So just a bit about the eligibility criteria for this program. Again, 12 or over. We've mentioned about where people need to be located, or where they need to be registered with the GP or studying or working. They have to be smoking tobacco only. So if someone's smoking an e-cigarette, they won't be eligible for this program. They have to be smoking tobacco in order to be eligible for the Be Smoke-Free pathway, and they also need to be ready to quit. So there's a brief overview of our Be Smoke-Free pathway. We also have what we call a Move More pathway, and this is where it gets slightly confusing because as part of our Move More pathway, we offer several different options to people depending on what they would like. So first of all, in order to be eligible for the Be Smoke-Free pathway, you need to be doing less than 150 minutes of physical activity a week. And the different options that we give people to choose from if they're eligible for this pathway is they can have one-to-one phone call support to help increase their physical activity levels. They can attend mixed ability group sessions, which are either face-to-face or remote. We also have what we call an exercise on prescription pathway, which is at local leisure centres, and people get full access to the gym there for 12 weeks, as well as being able to get a bit of a program on what activities they should be doing whilst taking into consideration their physical condition. Worth noting, all our pathways you can self-refer into the service, other than the exercise on prescription, and one of the pathways which we'll talk about in a few slides' time, that does require a healthcare professional. So we'd require someone who has access to clinical systems. Alternatively, they can use our healthcare professional tab on our website to make a referral into our program. And within clinical systems, our referral form is embedded in there, so people can easily access that referral form and send a referral directly through to us. Another option that we have as part of the Move More pathway is the Glow Gym, which is our digital platform, so our online platform, where people can access lots of different live fitness routines or exercise routines, pre-recorded routines, and lots of different programs for ways to increase physical activity levels. So depending on what people want dictates what they choose from as a result of these options that we have on our Move More pathway. Eligibility criteria for this program: They need to be doing, as we mentioned, less than 150 minutes of physical activity per week. They need to be age 18 or over. I won't repeat the locality and where people need to work and study. And they also need to be doing less than those 150 minutes, which I've repeated myself there, sorry. But yeah, just to reiterate, that's quite important in order to be eligible for this pathway. We also have what we call our Eat Well and Lose Weight pathway. So this is designed for people that need to try and lose body weight. So this comes in a few different formats, as does the Move More pathway, which we've just mentioned. So this includes weekly group sessions, which we also refer to as Glurger groups. And we also have a digital app for our Glurger groups too, or for our Glurger offering, where people can access the digital platform in order to try and lose the weight that they may need to lose. With regards to the weekly group sessions, they're run both remotely and also face-to-face across different locations in Lincolnshire. We also have something called Glurger Gym, which we mentioned in Move More slide. That's also an opportunity for people to try and get more physically active in order to lose weight. We have something called Glurger Man Plus as well. So this is an adult weight management program for people who have been diagnosed with a mental health condition and maybe need a little bit more support looking at the barriers that they may have to overcome, that they need to overcome in order to try and lose weight. So it's looking more so at the psychological element of things as opposed to the hard-hitting facts around what you should and should not eat. And we also have a partnership with Slimming World, where people can access 12 weeks worth of free vouchers for Slimming World. And also we have a partnership with Man Beat Fat Football, which is for males only, and the scheme works whereby people who like to take part in football can join a league, and they accumulate points as a team either by winning games or losing weight. So technically you could be a really poor team and not win lots of games, but you can lose a lot of weight and actually come top of the table. It's a really good initiative to try and get men a bit more active and also losing weight. Should note we are a tier 2 adult weight management program, so we're not a tier 3 or beyond. We're a tier 2 adult weight management program. The eligibility criteria for this service is you need to be age 18 or over. Again, the locality stays the same. Really importantly, people need to have a BMI or above in order to be eligible for this program. Or for some populations, some ethnic minorities, they need a BMI of 27.5 or above. And then we also have our Drink Less pathway. So our Drink Less pathway is there to help people reduce their alcohol intake. So it's bespoke one-to-one support for people who need to try and reduce the alcohol that they consume on a weekly basis, on a daily basis for some instances. And it's led by our experienced team of health coaches. They have access to up to 6 phone call or telephone sessions over a 12-week period. And there is also a Corkit app that can support people with trying to reduce their alcohol intake. And we can also offer referrals onto other pathways for these services, along with all of our services. So our integrated lifestyle service is quite holistic. It doesn't mean that one person can only access one pathway. It might be that they're actually eligible for several different pathways. So we can offer them maybe the Move More pathway, but also they might be eligible for the Drink Less, or they might be eligible for the Eat Well, Lose Weight pathway. So people can access them either simultaneously, or they can do one pathway after the other, as long as they're eligible for the programs. Specifically with the Drink Less program, the eligibility criteria, you have to be age 18 or over. The location stays the same. They need to be drinking more than 14 units, but no more than 80 units of alcohol per week. And they can't be completely reliant upon alcohol. If they were reliant upon alcohol, we wouldn't be the relevant service in order to support that particular patient. We also have something called our Strength and Balance service. So it's probably one of our newest services. It's been going for a little while now, but again, it's one of our newest services. And this is aimed to help people reduce the risk of falls, or if they do have a fall, how they could get back up from a fall without actually having to get support from someone. So how this works is it's a 24-week program delivered across venues in Lincolnshire. It's weekly group sessions, and there's also some one-to-one tailored support there. And the real nice touch with this program is after each session, there is an opportunity for people to have a bit of a catch-up and a chat and a tea or a coffee, and sometimes some cake, as a bit of a social element to the program. So there is an hour-long period where people are actually doing some exercises and being educated on how to prevent falls and how to get back up from falls. But again, there's that social element to it, which is a real nice touch to this program. The eligibility criteria for the service is you have to be age 65 or over. Again, the location stays the same, and you also need to be at risk of a fall, but you must not have had more than one fall or three falls, sorry, in the last year. This pathway, similar to the exercise and prescription pathway, Move More, is a healthcare professional referral only. So again, our form that's embedded within clinical systems. Alternatively, people can access our healthcare professional referral form on our website. Those referrals would need to come through from those people in order for patients to be able to access this service. So just to reiterate, all of our pathways people can self-refer into, other than our exercise and prescription, which is in our Move More pathway, and also the strength and balance service, which is on this slide deck right here. And then we also have something called health coaching. So health coaching is more of a supplementary support package that we offer people. So if, for instance, someone's accessing our Move More pathway, but they feel as though they need a little bit more encouragement and a little bit more support to be able to put the things in place in order to help become more physically active, they can access a health coach. So how this looks is it's 6 telephone sessions over a 12-week period with a trained health coach. And the idea is they're looking at more so the barriers that they have in order to put the right things in place to increase their overall health or improve their overall health, and what solutions they could put in place along with the health coach in order to improve health. And again, this is more supplementary, so they can be accessing one of the pathways that I've mentioned in the previous slides, and they can have access to a health coach. This isn't a standalone pathway. Again, you have to be accessing one of our other pathways in order to be eligible to access a health coach. And the eligibility criteria for this is you have to be age 18 or over, the location stays the same, and just to reiterate the point that I made just a moment ago, they need to be accessing at least one of our pathways in order to be able to access a health and wellbeing coach or health coaching. And then we also have something called Glogy Energy, which the branding changes quite drastically on this slide. So apologies for the bright colours, but it's quite catchy. So Glogy Energy is for families. So we have two different strands to our Glogy Energy offering. So we have our Child and Family Weight Management Programme, which is a free 12-week programme. And this is designed to support families to work towards becoming healthier as a family. It is specifically for children who are considered 91st on the centile for their body weight, which means they're of an unhealthy weight. So in order to be eligible for this programme, the child needs to be on that centile in order to be able to access the service. And it is a service which is for people or for children that are aged 4 to 12. But what we need to see on this service is families coming along and engaging. Or not just families, sometimes people have carers and other key figures who may support the child. So yeah, it's for carers, families to come along with their children in order to be able to hopefully reduce their weight. And how this works is it's 45 minutes of non-competitive physical activity that the child would take part in, and whilst this is happening, the parent or the carer or the family member would be in another room with one of our coaches, and they'd be educated on what a healthy lifestyle looks like, and what healthy eating habits would look like, and other health parameters that would actually help with reducing body weight. And after the 45 minutes of the child taking part in the physical activity, which comes in different formats such as rollerblading, dodgeball, and also we even have like a partnership with Jump Inc., where people can go trampolining whilst their parents are in the room or whatever community centre it may be, having support on how to lead a healthy lifestyle with the families. After that's all happened, they both come together for 15 minutes and they try and put into practice what they've been learning in their individual groups. And then we also have our child and family healthy lifestyle service. This is a 6-week program, so it's not aimed at children who are on the 91st centile. It's more aimed towards children that need to see improvements or need to try and improve their lifestyle, because maybe they're not eating enough fruit and vegetables, maybe they're not becoming not physically active enough. And this is a service that support those children. Same format to how we mentioned in the previous slide for the family weight management program, but this is over a 12-week period. And again, it's aged between 4 to 12 with regards to the children that would be eligible for this program. And we need the families, the carers, the parents to come along to the service in order for the child to access the program. And I won't read this out loud because this is quite a lengthy slide, and I've also mentioned about the eligibility criteria or the inclusion criteria for all of our pathways in the previous slides, but this is for you to digest at any point, and just to understand our inclusion criteria for each pathway in more detail. The health coach in there has got that illuminated green around there, just to highlight that that is for people who are accessing the service. So if they're on one of the pathways which is not highlighted in green, that means that they can access a health coach if they're feeling low on motivation, again, to help encourage them to make their lifestyle changes they need to make in order to improve their overall health. So yeah, that's the overview of the One You Lincolnshire service and what we have to offer. I appreciate I've spoke quite quickly within roughly a 20-minute period. So if you do have any questions, all you need to do is just reach out to us at the email address that's on the slide here, and myself and my team will be on hand to answer any questions that you have. Also, if you want us to come along to any other meetings that you may have, please reach out to us, because we're always looking to, I suppose, collaborate and engage with as many people as possible, whether that's people who want to access the service or whether that's people that want to refer into our program. So yeah, please do reach out to us at any point, and we'll be able to hopefully answer any further questions that you have. Also, if you want any resources, any material, reach out to us and we'll let you know how to go about ordering that material, and we'll get it sent out to you so you can help advertise our program with potential clients. Yeah, thanks for your time, and hope to hear from you in the near future.